Yeah, today we are going to discuss arrays, numbers, and dates. We already saw what is an array and how what does array contain and how to define an array. And so today what we are going to do is we are going to discuss it in depth, so that we know what exactly the functions in the array and how to use it and those things. So those things we are going to see today. So I'm going to take open that one folder I created here. Here I named it as JS3, and I want to just open this folder. So I'm going into Visual Studio and I'm saying open website, and you can view this. Okay, so this opens the folder as a website. After it has opened it as a website, like we will start coding here. We create files and we code here. So I'm adding a file. I'm calling this as let us call this as array.html. So I added a file called array.html. Here I'm going to add these things. So what I'm going to do is, so how to define an array. So I'm taking a script tag. Just give me a minute. Okay, so I just took the script tag here and how to define an array. So array can be defined something like this, and it starts with square brackets, and here we are going to give the values in an array. Like we can define an array like this. So 1, 2, 3, like I gave array, and here the array index starts with 0. So here what is there in 0 index, that is 1, and in the index 1 we have 2, and index 2 we have 3. So like this we can define an array. To access an element, the first element, we can use the index to access that an element. So I'm just taking console dot log and array of 0. So that's gonna print as 1. So let's see here how it's gonna print. Okay, so I'm just gonna be waiting in a browser and just inspecting it and going into console. Okay, let's attach it to the So console is not defined, it's saying why. Yeah, console.log. Yeah, console.log, we got 1. So this is how we can access the elements inside an array. So okay, if you want to access this, you have to use index 2. So I'm just printing all of them. So 0, 1, 2. Okay, so I printed this. What happens if we give the index 3, which is not there? Okay, so what happens? Let us see. So you can see it prints undefined, so it is not undefined. So whatever you have defined, those gets printed, and whatever like you don't have, that will be taken as undefined. Next, okay, so this is the one of the way to create an array. Is there any other way to create an array? Yes, we have another way. So I'm just taking array as an object. So array as an object. So how to create an array? New array. Next, here you have to give the elements. Okay, So in order to access the elements, you can use the same thing. So yeah, you can see 1, 2, 3 and different. So that's it. Like you can create either this way or this way. So what is the difference between these two? Let us see here. I want to print console.log. What is the type? Okay, so type of ARR. So that is what one thing I want to print, and second thing I want to print is type of array object, array as an object. Okay, so let's see what it gets print. So first is an object, second is an object. Both are objects. So what is the difference between those two? Like, is there any difference between those two? Like, so you can create them like either way. So like you can create them either way, but let us see here what happens if we see it as an instance of array. Instance of ARR, instance of array, and ARR instance of array. Let us see this one. Yes, so what happens? Yes, both are instance of array. So you can create like you can create an array in either of the two ways. Like you can create this way or this way. That doesn't matter doing anything. Okay. Next, we're gonna see a type of array that is called like something like a mixed array. Partially, you can have like if you want to create some array where let us call this an array of mixed m that is equal to I want to give first thing as a letter and second thing as some string and third thing as some new date. I want to create like this. So can I create like this? Yes, I can create like this. So what happens? Like there is nothing needed, like all the things, all the elements in the array to be of the same type, so we can create as we wish. So that flexibility we have. So console.log, then I want to print ARR m of let us print 1. Let us print all of them. So just took that one and so you can see here 1 because and today's date. So that's what it gets printed. Like you can have a mixed of arrays, like array of mixed things. You can also have an array of object, or you can have array of every array is an object. So that is what every array is an object. And next we can also have array of objects or array of functions, something like so I can have where array of objs, that is I can create something like this. I want to create an object, so I'm saying id is 1 and comma, then name is because. So this is one of the object, and the second thing I want to create another object that is a 2, and here the name I want to give something like Ram. Okay, so that's it. You can also have array of objects. So and you want to print them, yes, you can also print them. Just take those things, and so you can see first object, second object. So like this you can create an array of objects too. Next, you can also create array of functions. So just taking this one and saying here, so functions. So how to create a function? Simple. You need to say function, and you can create some it accepts some variables. Let us take a and returns a plus 2. Let's just name the function incre2, and I also want to have another function. So how to have the another function? So function decree2. So you want to increment a number by 2 and decrement a number by 2. So like this you can do. And how to access those things? Array of functions of 0, and you can supply the arguments. So you are supplying some number like 6 and some number like again 6. So what happens? Let us see here. So it has incremented 6 is incremented to 8 and 6 has decremented to 4. So you can essentially, like what I meant to say is here, you can have an array of objects, or you can have an array of functions. So so what we have discussed today is we can create an array straight away like this using the square brackets, and we can also create an array using the this format of syntax, where we can use new array class, and also you can see like both of them are same, like by the type, by the instance, both of them are same. And you can also have array of mixed type and array of objects and array of functions. So these are the things like we just saw. And next, going to the second slide, there are two things. What is the difference between an array and arrays and objects? See, arrays are numbered indexes, whereas objects are named indexes. What does that mean? Let us see here. Array. So arrays versus objects. So we just saw like what is an object, what is an array, right? So what I'm going to do is, so I'm going to create an array where ARR1, let us take it as ARR1. So I'm going to create an array. So I'm going to say because Ram and something like Shiv. So these are the three names I took, and I want to create an object. So array2 is an object. So sorry, let us create an object, object1. So how to create an object? Something like first name is let us take first name as because last name as ready. So you can take like you can create an object like this, and you want to print these things. How you are gonna do that? Like you already know that you're gonna use with the named. So what I said, like numbered indexes and name indexes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one and so I'm going to take 0, 1, 2. So what happens? Let us see. So you can see Vikas, Ram and Shiv. And similarly, I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to here have obj1. So, and I'm going to just print with these things. So I'm just going to. So see here, I have used the square brackets both for an array and an object. So object is having a named index. So this is called named index, whereas this is called numbered index. So object, so you can see object is having a named index, whereas array is having a numbered index. Let us see how it's going to print. So you can see with cursor already. So that is what it has printed. So that's the difference between a named index and a numbered index. You can also print an object using the property, like we already saw that. So something like this you can have. So you can also have print them like a property. So this is what you can print. So this is with a property. Okay, so you can see the cursor. So you can also print with property. You want to print with like an index. You can also print with an index. Here it is called named index, and here it is called numbered index. So this is the essential difference between them. So what happens? Let us see what happens if I use numbered index here. So want to use numbered index. So I want to use numbered index 0 and here 1. So what happens? Let us see. So I have 0 and 1. See, it is printing as undefined. So you can't use a numbered index for an object. Okay, so that is the thing. So that is the thing. So numbered index works for only arrays, whereas the named index works for objects, and you can also use property for an object. You can see that the numbered index doesn't work for objects. So that's the difference between named index and numbered index. Next, we have a variety of functions for arrays. Like these are all the functions we have for an array. So let us see what does they do and those things. Okay, so I'm going to take a new page. So I'm calling it as array functions. So array functions, and here also I'm going to create a script tag, and I want to create an array. So let us create an array of some flowers. Okay, so let us create an array of flowers. So I'm creating here jasmine and lotus, and here we have rose. Okay, let us think we have an array of flowers, and what are the functions we have? Let us see here. Length, push, pop. Let us see here. So how to determine the length of this array? So okay, so here console dot log. So you want to print the length of array. So length of array is can say flowers dot length. So like this you can print the length of an array. You can see length of array is 3. And you want to add an element to this array. How to do that? Like there are many ways you can add. So one of the way I'm discussing here. So flowers dot push, and you're gonna add something into this. So I'm adding something like lily. So this is one of the, like I pushed it. So what gonna push do is it's gonna add this to the third index, and it's gonna return the length again. So I'm just collecting new length. So this is a push gonna do. So I'm just printing. I want to print the array. So I want to print the array. So how to print an array? So console dot log. You can also print an array saying something like directly you can give an array, it prints. Okay. And here also after that you want to print again, you print it again, and you want to print the length. So you can also print the length. So I'm just giving the new length. So let us see what happens. See, we have the array 3 and we printed the array, and then the array length is 3, then we pushed a new flower into it, then it is added to the index 3 and the new length became 4. So like this it has written 4 after it's pushed, it has written 4 and this is the new length. So if you want to do a pop means like you're removing, so this is push, I'm just saying pop. So what pop gonna do? So pop gonna return the element, I think. I don't remember, but let's check. So element, I think. So let us print this one. Pop the element. Okay. So see, popped. After popping, after popping, it will return the total array. So sorry, it is popped element, I think. Popped element is lily. So like this, and after popping, like you can see, the array has decreased. Like it took out the lily and it just left over with the jasmine, lotus, and rose. So like this. So you have an array. You printed the length of an array. You pushed a new flower into it, and the new length is this. Then of course you popped it, and whatever you popped, that is a popped element, it gets captured in the one of the variable, and after that we have printed it. So like this we can do these three operations, so push and pop. So is there any other way to add an element to an array? Yes, there is another way. So how to do that? So you can say flowers. So at what index you are going to add? You are going to add in the index of 0, 1, 2, 3. So third index. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take current length. So flowers dot length, that is 3. So you are gonna add it in the third index. So you took that length and you're gonna give the flower name. So like this you can add an array. So is there any other way to print an array? Like I printed a like directly flowers. So it's gonna print with the it's gonna just display an array. It's not going to print it. It's just display that it as an object. So what I'm gonna do it is flowers dot to string. So you can print like this. So what happens? See here. So jasmine, lotus, lily, rose. So it just separates them with, when you give to string, it just gonna separate it with some commas. So like this you can do. You can also have another thing. You can use something like join. So join, you can separate with some separator. So I want a separator, new type of separator. Let us call the separator as let's gonna call the separator as percentage. Okay. So what happens? Let us see. You can see the separator has separated them with the percentage. So like this you can use join or toString to print the to convert the arrays into a string. Okay, so that is the thing. And what else we have? We have okay is an array instance of array. We'll see these things. So we have a function called is an array that's going to determine whether the array is an array or not. So how to do that? So console dot log. So array dot is array. So this is a function. So what we are going to do there? So we're gonna display array dot is array, then we're gonna take some argument into it. So I'm just taking flowers. So it's gonna return true or false. So you can say array is an array, true, yes. So if flowers array dot is array, yes, it is an array, so it has been returned true. So like this we can determine whether an array is an array or not. Okay. Next, what else we have? We have instance of. So we can say array, we can check whether that is an instance of or not. So instance of array. We already saw this. Okay, so we need to give flowers instance of array. Yes. What happened? Flowers instance of an array. I need to take brackets, I think so. Not sure. Yes, it's true. Array is an instance of array. So that's it. And what gonna we have next? We have, so we just saw like array.length, array.push, array.pop, array is an array or not. Then we saw array instance of array, how to join and convert the array. Just give me a minute. Yeah. Next we have splice, concatenate, slice, and toString also we saw. We're gonna see these things, splice and slice. So these two are the like interesting methods in an array. So splice gonna what splice gonna do is like you can give the like the starting index and the length, like how many things you want to insert, like you want to add. So this is something like you want to insert in between the elements, something like you want to insert in between an array. Like what we have here. Yeah, we have Jasmine, Lotus, and the Rose. So let us think we want to insert between Jasmine and Lotus two of the elements. So how to do that? Like if you want to insert two elements between Jasmine and Lotus, so here you want two elements. So how to do that? So in that case you have to use splice. Splice is to insert it, okay, whereas slice is to extract, like you want to cut it, then you can use slice. So splice is to insert. So for it to insert, you have to specify at what location like you are trying to insert, and how many elements you are going to insert, and what are those elements. So this is about splice method. So let us see it in action. So what we are gonna do, we're gonna take this flowers dot splice, and here you can see as soon as you say it's a start number and then the delete counter number. So there are two types, like start number. So start number, delete count number, and items. Removes the elements from an array, and if necessary inserts new elements into an array. So inserts new elements into an array, returning the deleted elements. So that's what it does. So let us see. So there are many versions of splice. So we want to insert it at a location of 2, let us think, and we want to insert something like for 2 elements, and we want to give the elements, like you can give the elements separate by comma, or you should separate like this. I don't remember. Okay, let us give like this: A, comma B. Let us see how it's going to function, and let us print it. So see, it has removed Lotus, Rose, and Lily, and it has added them. So if you don't give this one, then what happens? Let us see. It's gonna the location tool, it has added the rose and lily. So you can give the start index, and you can give the number of deletes. Splice is gonna we can also insert actually. So how to do that, I'm going to see it. So Jasmine, Lotus, AB, and we also want, let us think we want Lotus and Rose. So that's another case. So how to do that? I think we should give something like this. No. Yeah. So Jasmine, Lotus, and you start at the second location and you wanna insert. Then you have to say start with this and just give an array. So this insert. So there are many versions. So this is to insert, and the other version is here too. This gonna replace, and it's gonna give us the removed elements or replaced elements, you can say. So I'm gonna print those things also. So how to print them? So I'm just taking those elements. So you can see it. So I did both of them, right? So it's behaving it in a different way. Okay, let's do only this one. So Jasmine and Lotus, it added those two, like it replaced them, and it returned whatever got replaced. So these are the things which got replaced. And if you do this one, only this one, then it's gonna insert those things in between them. So we don't have this one. Yeah, it's gonna insert. So essentially what I want to say is splice is used for two things, like you can replace or you can do an insert also. So this is for replace, this is for an insert. So this is about splice, and we will look into slice. So slice is something like cutting it into pieces, like you wanna extract some part of an array. So you use slice. So how to do that? Flowers dot slice. So where you want, so here you can see where you want to start and where you want to end. So this is something like, it is not gonna take the end index, it's gonna take up to, or it's not gonna include them. So that's what we need to observe here. So I want to start with so 0. So currently what we have 1 2 0 1 2 3 4 5. So 5 index and the length is 6. So I want to start with somewhere around 3 and end with index 5. Let us see. So what happens? Not 5. Yeah, 5. And let us print this also. So where slice of array. So slice of array, and after that I want to print both of that, flowers as well as slice of array. So how to print them? So I'm just taking this one and this one, slice of array. Let us see what happens. See, you can notice that with splice the array has changed. Okay, whereas with slice it's not gonna change the array, it's gonna create a new array. So this doesn't gonna change it. So you can see we have this one. After slice we have the same thing, whereas it has created a new thing that is called new array, Rose and Lily. So where it has started, so it has started at a, so we started with the index 3 and we continued to 5. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So it will start from Rose and it will continue to Lily. So that's the thing. And if you start with 2 and you go to 4, you can observe it again. See here, you started with 0, 1, 0. This is 0. This is 1. So this is 2. Then 2. I think here it is taking. Let us comment this splice and let us see this one. Okay. See, here we have Rose, Lotus, Rose, sorry, Jasmine, Lotus, Rose, Lily. So after slice also it remained same, and we said like start at location 2 and continue to till 4. So location 2 is Rose and till 4 is this one. And if you make it as 1 and 2, so you're gonna see difference. So it started location 1 and went till location 2, but it will not include this one. 0, 1, 2 is not right. And if you make it into 3, so what happens? It started at location 0, 1 and location 2 it took, and 3 it has not taken. And if you take 4, so what happens? It takes started at location 1 and 2 and 3 it took, and 4 is not there, so it just it didn't take anything. So 4 is there also, it doesn't gonna take it. So it's always gonna skip the last index. So this is gonna skip the last index, or else you can take something like when you take 3, so it means that it's gonna print start from there and it's gonna take 2 elements, like from where to, so 3 minus 1 you have to take. So those many elements it's gonna print. So if you start 1 and 1, it's gonna nothing, it's gonna print nothing. See, it's gonna print nothing. If you're gonna print 2, so 2 minus 1 is 1, it's gonna print 1 element. So 1 element. So like this. So slice will extract a part of an array and it will create a new array, and you can use that new array. So to extract, so this is to slice or extract a new array. So that is about splice and slice. And what else we have? Just a minute. We have concat. Like you want to add some arrays, you can use concat. So what am I gonna do is take an array. Let us take an array. So where arr some 4 is equal to, I'm just gonna take an array 1, 3, 5, 6, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take arr4 dot concat, and I want to supply 2 arrays. So first array I'm supplying 9, 0, and the second array I'm supplying, I can continue, go on continuing. So 8, minus 1, let us see. So this is what I want to do, and I want to print console dot log, then array of 4 dot toString. So we just go on continue and print them. So what happens? Let us see here. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. So you should capture it into a new array. New concat array, and you're gonna print that one. It's not gonna change. It's gonna give you a new thing. See, it has concatenated and gave you a new array. So this is how you can concatenate the arrays. So something like joining an arrays. So we just saw like the length function. Push is used to add a new thing, and pop is to get the old one, like the last element. And these two are to check the like whether it is an array or instance of array. Like you can use both of them to determine whether that is an array or not. Then afterwards we have join and toString. These two are like to will convert the array to a string. Then we have splice and slice. Splice is to insert or replace an array. So it's going to change the current array, whereas slice is going to create a new array and return it. So we can start from and index up to, index from and index up to. So this is about the array functions. Next, we also have some special functions like sort and reverse. So we're gonna see those things. So I'm gonna take here array sort. So I'm taking here script and var arr1 is equal to, let us take the same array. I'm going to take the same array. Let us take this one. Okay. So, and you want to print this array. So how to print that array? You want to sort it. So flowers dot sort. So you can sort an array like this, and you can print it. So I want to print the before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one. So before sorting and after sorting I'm going to print. So let us see what happens. See, so it is already sorted order. So let us make it into a different order. LJR, so it should be JLR. So LJR, after sort it is JLR. Next, afterwards what I'm going to do is I'm going to reverse it and print it. So reverse and printing it. So you can see rose, lotus, jasmine. So this is sorted array, this is reverse, this is sorted array. So you can do ascending or descending like this. Next we have an array sorting with some compare function. Just give me a minute. I'm receiving a call. So we have two other functions. One is array sort with compare function and array sort reverse with compare function. So what these are used for? So I'm going to create an array of let us create an array of students. So I want to create a student. So here is the first student. So I'm taking name as Vikas, and I'm just taking the score as some 89, and next take another student. So take another student. So I took 3 students. So Ram, Shiv. So I'm taking here 91, and here I'm taking 67, and I also want another student. So something like let us give Sai. So something like 55. Okay. So what I want to do is this is an array of objects, and I want to sort it directly like this. I want to sort it. So what happens? Let us see. Instead of flowers, I'm just sending this one for sorting, and we want to print like before sort how it looks, after sort how it looks, after the sort how it looks. So you can see with to print that one. Can't directly print like this. Let us remove this one, then we gonna see it. See, we have Vikas, Ram, Shiv, and Sai. This is the like before any sorting, and Vikas, Ram, Shiv, Sai, same. Nothing has sorted. After that also Vikas, Ram, Shiv, Sai, nothing has sorted. So these are not gonna work. These are not gonna work. This sort and this sort are not gonna work straight away on the objects. So object can't be sorted with straight away like this. So how to sort them? Then you have to come with a new type of sorting thing. So you need to define a function, some comparison function. So which essentially takes 2 students. So you can name them as S1, S2, and you have to return some value saying that S1 dot score minus S2 dot score. So you should return some positive value or negative value in a compare function. So you want to sort with their scores, then you can do something like this. So score, that's it. So what happens? Let us see. And I'm gonna take same thing, and I'm gonna do a reverse. So that's it. So see, this is the normal order, and they should be sorted actually. Sorry, I'm printing them here. Flowers. See, this is a normal order. Ram, Vikas, Shiv, Sai. That's what I gave. No, I gave different thing. Ram, Vikas, Shiv, Sai. It took. Why it took? So I think it's gonna taking some time. Let us remove these 2, and let us comment these things, and let us see here. Okay. So I got the normal order, like Vikas, Ram, Shiv, Sai, what I provided, Now I want to print that with after sorting. So the thing is, like, sorting is taking some time, and the print is like print is getting afterwards, something like that. So it's, see, it has changed the order, like sorting order, like based on the score. So here also it's printed. So we need to have some sleep time. Then you can see here. So what's the weight? We have a JavaScript function to sleep. So sleep, wait, set timeout. Yeah, sleep, I think. Yeah. So you can make the script to like sleep for some time. Yeah. Let us like, if you want to see that, we need to make this into a function. So function sort. So function sort, which gonna sort these things. And you want to call this after some time. So you can say set timeout. You can say you want to call after, give handler, then timeout. So I want to call the sort function, whereas the timeout need to be after some 2 seconds, so 200 milliseconds. So like this, like you can print and then wait, and wait for some time and then print it again. So that is what we're gonna do. So that we want to see that in an action. So it has printed it in normal order, then it has waited for 2 seconds, sorted it, and then see. Now you can see, like, this is a normal order, and this is how it has printed after some time. Like sorted it in a ascending order. You want to sorted it in a descending order, then how you gonna do it? So again, we're gonna write a sort reverse. So sort reverse, something like sort or, and you wanna call it after some time. So sort or, so you wanna call after 3 seconds, sort of thing. So it has printed this one, and it has printed this one. So this is ascending order, and this is again we got ascending order only. So we need to use here reverse. Normal, ascending order, descending order. So to sort objects, we need to use some special functions, like comparison functions like this. You can also store this comparison function somewhere, and you can input here something like comp function, and you can store it here, and you can store it here. Comp function, sorry, you stored it into a variable, and you are sending it to a variable, and you are using over here. You can use something like this, make it into a separate variable and use it for sorting. So this is how you can sort the objects. So object is sorted in ascending order, sorted in a reverse order, descending order. So this is how you can sort objects. So that's about arrays, and we just saw arrays. Okay, I thought of discussing all these numbers. Okay, we'll continue. Yeah, we'll continue again on Saturday, and we'll complete the numbers and the dates. So mathematic functions, we have date functions and we have events. So yeah, we will discuss all those things in the next class. I will just I will post this to website, and you can have a view on it. Okay, that's it for today, and we will see it in the next class. Thank you for attending the class.